Hello everyone, my name is Abdurrahman and in this video I am going to present you the second task of my internship at the Sparks Foundation, and this task says we have to find out the hot zones of terrorism across the globe. Now, as I mentioned in my earlier video, that the whole data analysis process is broken down into the five major steps, and the steps are asking the right questions, preparing and processing the data, analyzing the data, and lastly, sharing the data, the key insights in the form of presentations and in the form of summaries. So let's dive into the project. Firstly, we will take a closer look at the problem overview. What is the problem? It says that we have to perform exploratory data analysis on the provided dataset global terrorism. Now I am going to provide you a link of this dataset in the video description and in my post as well. Moreover, as a security and defense analyst, we have to find out the hot zones of terrorism across the globe. And lastly, what all security issues can we drive by the exploratory data analysis? Before moving on, I want to show you the raw data that I was provided with. So this is the raw data that I was provided with initially. If you take a first look at this data, you can see that it is too messy and we cannot seem to find any useful information using this raw data. You can see that there are a lot of columns, some are useful and some are not useful. So then I took a closer look at the data and deep dive into the data, and I found out it was telling me that the total number of attacks that were happened over the period of time, and then this data also told me the countries that were attacked. Furthermore, it also tells that the regions, the states, and the cities that were attacked, and then we can also see that the attack type, whether it was an assassination, whether it was a bombing or explosion or whatever. And then we can see that the kind of personnel that were attacked by the terrorist groups, whether they were government people, they were journalists, or they were police or military, and so on. And then, moreover, we can also see that the groups that were popping up more and more while the terrorist attacks. Some of they couldn't find out some of the groups, and you can see that it is mentioned as the unknown. Moving on, the last important column that we have is the weapon type, the kind of weapon that were used while the terrorist attacks. We can see that the explosives were used, firearms were used, and weapons like that. And some of the weapons they couldn't identify what kind of weapons were used, so they put the unknown category in that category. So that was the data that we are concerned with, that is the useful data. And the remaining data, it you can see that it is not making any sense, and there are a lot of null values in the data, and some of the data is irrelevant to our situation and our process that we have to complete. So I took some time and take some steps to clean this data, and I clean this data using a Power Query in the Power BI software. And you can see the data that I cleaned after cleaning the data. this was the look that data gave me. And you can see that every column in this data is making sense. So after cleaning the data, I made a lot of charts and a lot of cards that were giving me the information. So now we will take a look at the Power BI dashboard that I made. The title says hot zones of terrorism worldwide, and we can see that the total number of attacks that were happened because of the terrorist groups were 163,000, and in which total 349,000 personnel were killed, and 520,000 people were wounded because of the attacks. Then we can see that I made a stacked bar chart in which we can see that the kind of personnel that were attacked, the number of times. We can see that 35,000 plus number of times the private citizens and the property, this particular category of people were attacked, and it was followed by the military group, and then it was followed by the police, and then business, and then you can take a look at the remaining categories. Then we can see that the kinds of weapons that were used, the attack type that were used, the number of times in the number of attacks. We can see that the bombing and the explosion is the category that is being used the most, while the terrorist attacks, we can see that 71,000 plus times this particular category of attack type was used, and this was followed by armed assault, and then assassination, and then so on. And then the attacks happened over the years. We can see that in the year of 2014 the maximum number of attacks were happened. 13,000 plus attacks happened in just in the year of 2014. And here is some another important insight that we found. We found that the Taliban is the group that is the most active terrorist groups among all the groups. We can see that this particular group attacked people in the Afghanistan, this region, and the number of successes that they gained were 5,921, and they did a total of 6,600 plus attacks, in which 26,000 plus people killed, from which moreover 28,000 plus people were get wounded. Now the last chart, that is the most important chart of all, we can see the hot zones of terrorism. The bigger the bubble is, the dense the area is that is being attacked, that was being attacked by the terrorist groups. So the area of Iraq, the region of Iraq is the most attacked region. In this region we can see that 20,000 plus uh, number of attacks happened in this particular region, and we can see that in this area 60,000 plus people got killed, and furthermore 132,000 people were wounded. And in year of 2014, this was the peak year in which the most of the attacks happened. Now moving back to my presentation, this is the dashboard that I have showed you just now, and I summarized the key insights on the global terrorism hot zones. These are some key insights, and I have showed you from the dashboard that I made the most attacked places, most active terrorist group, highest number of attack year, most common method of attack, primary targets, and most deadliest group. So this was all from this presentation and from this project. Hope to see you soon in the next project. Until then, thank you.